I'm gonna piss some people off right now, especially women and some blue pill beta cucks here, because I know there has been tons of times where dudes come in here and just try to shame me, use the same exact shaming tactics and shaming language that women do. Oh, who hurt you? Why are you bitter? You're a misogynist. Who raised you? You're just jealous that she's doing better than you in life. When they don't know anything about me, first of all, about my life. And second of all, those personal attacks also along the line of you're ugly, your penis is too small, you can't get laid. When none of those have to do anything to do have anything to do with what I'm talking about. None of them. Not a single one of them have to do anything with what I'm talking about. So I just don't understand the logic. Well, I do understand the logic. That's a lie. The logic is those guys were raised by mothers, single mothers, or didn't have any manly figure in their life. Just having a dad doesn't mean he's a manly figure. He's probably a blue pill simp himself. And that's why he's acting like women, out of emotion, which is what I'm going to trigger in all of y'all hoes in this video. Your emotions, because we all know you're a slave to your emotions. You cannot handle the truth. And I even came here today with statistics, with my research, my little research, yes. Let's get ready, ladies. In 1636, the first college was invented. It was Harvard. Almost 17,000 Puritans came here from Europe and built Harvard and the college system that we know of today. Who were these 17,000 Puritans, by the way? Men. Men created this college system. And in this video, I'll be talking about college, businesses, and investments. Mainly those three revenues of income. Because we all know if you have a higher education, doesn't matter what the degree is, you're going to get paid a little bit more than if you just had college, if you just had a high school diploma. We're not going to be talking about OnlyFans. We're not going to be talking about porn stars or any of that. Why? Because women get paid more than men in porn, and women obviously make tons and tons more money in OnlyFans than men. So the opportunity there is not equal. The reason why I'm talking about colleges, businesses, and investments is because those three fields have the equal opportunity for both genders, men and women. OnlyFans and porn stars don't have the same opportunity because women have higher opportunities there than men. So we cannot compare those because that's just foolish. Obviously, if you have better opportunities in something, you're going to produce better results. So that's just stupid, right? We're going to be talking about where the playing field is even, and I'm going to tell you guys why men are the leaders. Let's go back to that college example. So we men created a system in 1636, and today is 2020. And even to this day, y'all ladies are following that system that men created. And also, we're not going to be talking about outliers in this video. We're going to be talking about vast majority of men and women. There's outliers of women out there who are way more successful than any man I know. And there's outliers of men out there who are way broke than any woman I know. Way, way, way much more broke than any women I know. In vast majority, women are going to college more than anything else. How do I know that? Because look at the college rates. Right now, 51 to 66% of women are in college, depending on which site you look that information up. And those are all women, and the rest of them are men. So already, college student numbers are mainly women than men. So vast majority of women are going to college. US have $1.9 trillion of debt in student loan debt. And 2/3, which is what? 66%, 66.6, which is 67% if you round up the decimals. For all of you uneducated swines out there who are not good with numbers. And by that, I mainly mean ladies, because you guys are not good with your numbers. Dude, quick side note, I was taking this prereq class. By the way, I'm an aerospace engineer. I was taking this prerequisite class. It was like a microeconomics or macroeconomics, some bullshit like that. And we had to do a simple map to figure out what is 10% of $100. And this chick pulled out her phone to put that in her calculator. This should, like, you should know this from middle school math classes. What's 10% of $100? And you're using calculator for this. So that's how I know women are not good with numbers. And we'll get to that in a little bit as well. Why I think and why I know women are not good with numbers. We'll get to that in a bit. Oh, you can call me misogynist, all sorts of ways. Already by now, I know that y'all ladies are heated as hell and you're jumping on my comment section without even watching the rest of the video, knowing everything I've said so far is facts, but you won't admit it because of your big ego. That's okay. So, 67% of 1.9 trillion, that's roughly $10 billion. Or, sorry, $970 billion, that's roughly that amount of student loan debt are being held by women. That's how I know more women now are going to college than men are. And that point is going to come up later in the video as well. So clearly women are still following a system that was built by men. Now you might say that, oh, Zeke, men were the leaders back then because women were oppressed, right? Oh, poor women. Why were women oppressed, quote unquote oppressed, and men were the leaders? Because we had to. We did not have any other choice. Why? Let's rewind the tape back to evolution, to the caveman era days, where we were animals and we had to fight other animals off to survive and other tribes off, so that a stronger, faster, bigger tribe cannot come in and kill us. Since the law was not even a thing, police, military was not even a thing, we had to protect our own damn self. And since men are naturally, again, vast majority, not outliers here, are the stronger and faster gender, it was on men's shoulders to bear that responsibility to protect our women and children, the weaker. It is not a women hating video, it's giving you the straight facts right here. Even to this day, biologically, naturally, physically, we men are faster and stronger than women. And that's why back in that day, those days, way, like when mankind first started from being apes, or if you believe in religion, from Adam and Eve, men had to be the one to protect and provide. When I say provide, I mean get food home, because we didn't have currency, we didn't have money, we didn't even know what the hell dollar looked like back then. How do we get the food home? We kill, we hunt and kill stronger, faster, bigger animals than humans. So are we gonna send somebody who's physically weaker to do that job? Hell no! What's gonna happen if we do that? They're gonna get killed, and humans are gonna go extinct. We wouldn't even lived. We wouldn't have even lived till today if women went out and tried to kill people and try to kill the animals, and men stayed home and raised the kids. There was a reason why that system existed in that place, where men went out and got the food, women stayed home. And that's the reason. That's not to say women don't have any strengths. Their strengths is in social circles. That's why they were social. They did the farm work, where the dangers weren't there to lose your lives. They raised the kids home, because somebody had to be home and raise the kids. Kid's not gonna be raised by itself. Kid don't even know how to walk yet. How are you gonna feed itself? Anyways, so y'all ladies came through all those evolution, where men had to be the responsible one to make sure the human race survived and didn't go extinct by other animals killing us. And we came all those years to a system where now we're creating laws and system, so where people cannot just go out and kill whoever they want. There's gonna be consequences if they do that. We men created office buildings where people can go in and comfortably work in an air-conditioned environment or a heating environment during the cold months. We created a system where we trade. We created currency, different currencies. We created the college system. We created jobs. We created the police force, the military. We created all of this. Every single object you see around you, even including this phone I'm recording the video on, the computer I'm sitting in front of, the house I'm sitting in, all these objects that you see around you, the cars you drive, the buildings you live in, were created by men. We men created this all. And now, after we created a comfortable lifestyle, because back on those days, in 1600, 1500, 1300 days, life wasn't as comfortable. What the hell was air conditioning back there, or heater back then? It took us like 6 months to build a shirt, to sew a shirt together. What the hell was cars back then? Horses were the primary transportation system. What the hell is internet? What's cell phones? Letters is how the news got passed around. So we men created a faster and more comfortable lifestyle for everyone, and now y'all ladies want to come in here and give me this bullshit that, oh, women can be leaders too. Really? Where the hell were you this whole time? When we were out there grinding. And I'm going to get to that point in a little bit of oppression. So where the hell were you? Nowhere. Because it is not in your nature to be leaders. If it were, you would have taken that leadership role long time ago. What did women make when it comes to objects? Dishwasher, shower heads, and feelings. Don't come in here and say, oh, women can give birth to children. That's not your credit. That's your natural given ability. Just like we men were given penises, and our natural given ability is to stand up and take a piss. We don't need to sit down. Your natural given ability is to carry kids. That is not your credit. You were born that way. Just like I can't do anything about my skin color. I was born this way and how I look. Now let's talk about the oppression factor. Oh yeah, women were oppressed, right? But what about since 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003? The past 20 years, women have been going to college more than ever. And what the hell have they been doing? Why do we see more engineers are men still in 2020? Why do we see more high-paid doctors are men, even to this day? Why do we see more high-paid lawyers are men, even to this day? Why do we see most policemen and most military men are men, even to this day? Why do we see blue-collar workers and blue-collar job, that's a very important point I'm going to get to in a bit, are still majority of men? Is because these positions require technological smarts, which is something women are not better at than men. This is why you see more nurses. This is why you see more nurses that are women. This is why you see more social workers that are women. This is why you see more teachers that are women. Because women, as I said earlier, from those caveman era days, are social creatures. They do good with people. And men do good with objects, with vehicles, with toys, with technology. The average cost to attend college 1 year is $20,000. Multiply that by 4. In average, most kids graduate in 5 to 6 years. Multiply that by 5, that's $100,000. And the average college grad earning is anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000. And most of these college grads are women. Why? Because I already mentioned it. Most college students are women now. So when you have a $50,000 in average income, after college and you have $100,000 student loan debt. Okay, I'm not that great at math, even though I'm an engineer. I'm not a math major, right? But I do fine for myself. But with simple math, let's see, what is 100 divided by 50, ladies? 2, right? So it would make sense for you to pay off all your student loan debt within just 2 years, right? Then why does it take you 20 goddamn years in average to pay that shit off? Because y'all ladies are compulsive shoppers. When you go to a man's house, what do you see in his drawer, in his closet? Few clothes, few pairs of shoes. What the hell do you see in a woman's closet? She doesn't even remember that she bought this shit last year. That's how much she's been shopping. Oh, you don't shop? Then why don't you have at least $1,000 in savings? Why? Most people, on average, in the United States don't even have $500 in their savings account. That's why y'all are thirsting for this stimulus check, right? There's been wars going on this social media wars going on this stimulus check. The first one. Now they're talking about the second one. Are you kidding me? First one was what, $1,000, $1,200. Second one is gonna be what, $600. You really thirsting for $2,000 for $1,800 that bad? Why? Because men save their money and they invest, which is my next freaking point. Businesses and investments. How many successful business owners, when I say successful, I mean a lot of revenue that business is generating, do you see are being run by women? Women are running their spas, nail salons, hair salons, maybe some ice cream shops, frivolous businesses like this, small businesses. Majority of big businesses are still run by men. Majority of big investments are still run by men. Real estate investment. How many landlords do you know that are women versus men? Why don't you ladies just take a second and just compare these numbers? Because these numbers, this information is all online for you. Instead of going on TikTok and trying to shake your ass on there, why don't you research this online? Use the internet for this kind of content. So clearly, men still are ahead of women when it comes to money. So when you ladies come in here and try to tell me I'm strong and independent, no, you are not. You are still following a man's blueprint, and even then you're failing miserably because you're under debt. Oh, you want to drive your Dodge Challenger? You want to buy a 2017, 2015 Dodge Challenger because you want to flex? Okay, let me see your bank account. How much liquid cash do you have? Your car is not an asset. It's a liability. Your home, if you live in it by yourself, is not an asset. It's a liability. If what you own gets paid by somebody else, then that becomes an asset. That's why real estate investment properties are considered an asset, because you buy it and you put tenants in there who pay your mortgage, who pay your bills, who put money in your pocket. Money coming into your pocket, not going out to sustain these quote-unquote assets, these things. Because women are not good with money. So how the hell are you even a leader of your own damn life, ladies? You want to come in here and say, after all of this I just mentioned, I know some of you guys are going to come in here and say, oh, it's because we're not leaders in the big scale. We're just leaders of our own life. How? How are you leaders of your own life when you are broke as hell, first of all? You make 15 bucks an hour, 20 bucks an hour max. And you have debt on top of that. Some men might be out there who are doing blue-collar work, who make great freaking money. And even men who only make 10 bucks an hour can save it. Have still more value than you when you are a lady making 20 bucks an hour. Why? Because he doesn't have that compulsive shopping attitude, nature in him. Again, I'm not talking about outliers. I'm talking about vast majority of women and men here. We men don't shop as much as women do. We all know this. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Ladies know that too. You don't believe me? Go to your shopping mall. Go to your Nebraska Furniture Mart. Men buy video games here and there. Okay, sure. Not every freaking weekend. But how are you even a leader in your own life when you don't have money, you're a broke bitch, you have a shitty ass college degree, a frivolous college degree. You're not smart just because you have a degree in nursing or teaching. Dude, if I was going to school to be a teacher, I would party every freaking night and still keep straight A's and a 4.0 GPA. That's how smart I am. And that's how much school just comes to me naturally. It's easy shit. And y'all ladies still getting B's and C's in your grades. Let me see your GPA. Yeah, that's what I thought. After all these things I said, you're still going to come in here and try to say you're a leader on your own life. When you're literally failing miserably. These two examples. And on top of that, you have terrible diet. Because more women in this country, in the West, are obese than men. Are bigger than men. You look like a butterball turkey. You don't take care of your body. You have drug and alcohol abuse in your system. You go out and drink all the damn time. And then you're miserable after the age of 25, 26, 27, thinking to yourself, oh, where have all the good men gone? I want to settle down. Why can't I find the happiness in my life? You have all these guys in your phone, in your social media apps, in your dating profiles, in your dating apps, just wanting to come over at any given moment's notice and plow through you, but none of these men want to stick around and give you a commitment. Why is that? So clearly you're not leading shit in your life. Because you're not getting anything out of life. Oh, I want to go to vacation and go out and have fun. You're sponsoring your own vacation when you go out and have fun. Nobody's paying for it. Nobody knows who you are. You are nobody. You're not really having fun when you go on these vacations. You're drowning your pain and you're running from it. Running from reality, the reality I've been given to you in the past 20 minutes. That's what you're doing with your life. A waste of life. And you waste your most fertile years from 16 to 24. That's when you're most fertile, right? And then you want to settle down in your 30s. This is the most majority of women today. How are you a leader? While we men are still being smart, saving our money, investing, growing richer and stronger because we stay in the gym. Why do we do this, first of all, ladies? It's because we don't have as much distraction as you. So we can actually have the time to focus on our life. Why? Because y'all are way too distracted by cocks and by alcohol and by partying. We don't have that many options as you, which is why at the beginning of the video, I took that OnlyFans and porn star and getting paid off of being an Instagram model out of the question. Because we men don't have that many options from the opposite sex as y'all women do. And that's why I have this channel and other Red Pill content creators have their own channel teaching our men to keep doing that instead of chasing ass. Because there are some men out there who are still chasing ass and wasting their life. Just like y'all ladies are. You're not chasing ass, but you're being chased. You're being distracted by all these cocks chasing after you. And you're wasting your life too. So no, you're not even a leader in your own damn life. And you want to say, now you want to come in and say, oh, women can be leaders too now, after men have built this society from ground up. Okay. Even in the past 20 years, when women had been going to college and being strong and independent and being empowered to cock hop from one cock to the next cock, even in those times, how many leaders in the world have we seen that have come out and that are women? Oh, it's still patriarchy, you say? Is that why when a man just looks in a different angle at a woman and the woman doesn't find him attractive, and the women can just call the cops and put him in jail, claiming that he sexually harassed her when all he did is looked at her differently, and the cops would believe her and put the man in the jail and destroy his life? Is that because of patriarchy? I don't think so. The only thing we ask from you ladies is to be submissive to us, is to not worry about any bag that you have to go get, is to not worry about being strong and independent and just serve us. That way, you and I, if you do your part and I'll do my part, can build an empire together because, hey, two is better than one. That empire is going to last a lot longer than your shitty ass life. I can build something myself, yeah, but it would be a lot more helpful to me if I had a woman assisting me at the house, doing my chores, cooking for me, keeping me happy, keeping me company. But y'all ladies don't want to do that. You want to divide it. You want to divide the sexes and conquer, right? How's that working out for you? Let me know in the comment section below. And give me some logical feedback and none of this emotional garbage that you want to dump on my comment section. It's counterproductive. We don't learn anything from that. So, even in the past 20 years, we haven't even seen any good leaders that are women. So what are you leading? Exactly. You say you can do it all, women can do it all, but what exactly is happening? Just because you see Rihanna out there or Beyonce out there saying that who runs the world? Women do. Who runs the world? Something like that, right? Girls do, whatever. Just because one woman is making all this money and being empowered and trying to sell the rest of these hoes, y'all hoes out there, a false dream, doesn't mean that you can become that too. You have to find what it is that you have a strength in. I say the same thing to my men. Just because you see these NFL players, NBA players getting all the hoes, doesn't mean you can do that. You have to find your own damn strength. And it's different than the next guy. Same thing with y'all ladies. It wasn't in you to lead to begin with. If it was, from that early caveman era days, you would be the leader. It's not in you, ladies. Give it up. You're destroying yourself along with the society at large, along with the next generation of kids by feminizing them and empowering the young girls to be TikTok thoughts. How do I know you're destroying the society at large? Because the system that was in place until recently, until feminism hit, has been working, where men and women both were really happy in those times. We all chase after happiness for our entire life, don't we? We all want to be happy. We all want to be loved. We all want to be cared for, but nobody wants to look at the facts. Nobody wants to see the actual problem. Nobody wants to put in any effort to work for it. We were happy back in those days when there was an actual patriarchy. Now everybody's miserable. And I'm teaching my men to get the best out of this feminist society. How? By pumping and dumping y'all ladies. So feminism is actually the best thing that has happened to men and the worst for women. Because men are still getting what they want. Sex is easy to get now. We don't have to marry anybody to get sex anymore. But even men are unhappy by doing that. Unless they find their purpose, which is also what I preach on my channel. Women's purpose weren't anything to find greater than her. Her purpose was to serve a good man. And a man's purpose was to find something greater than him. There's clear-cut differences between us men and women. The more you try to equalize it, the shittier the society is going to get, the unhappier everybody's going to become. Yeah, so let me know. How happy are you really after you're getting all the opportunities given to you and some more? What do I mean by that? Sex sells and you're selling it as your side job. And nobody can shame you because of the double standard. They get in trouble if they shame you. But they can't say anything like how I'm saying in this video. We can't speak our mouth because somebody's going to come in here and try to shut us down. But if it was a woman talking all this shit to men, about men, she would have been praised. It's the battle between the sexes. And we'll keep fighting for as long as it takes. Why? Because it was us men who have been fighting from the dawn of mankind. So it's in us, but it's not in you, ladies. Follow me on Instagram at Zeekpeak. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.